If you're over 30, managing a career, a family, a social life, and everything in between, dropping 20 pounds of fat can feel like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. But here's the truth. It doesn't have to be that hard. You don't need hours in the gym or some extreme restrictive diet to make it happen. In this video, I'm going to break down the exact steps you need to follow to be able to get in the best shape of your life. I'm Lewis, a fitness coach with nearly a decade of experience helping busy men just like you drop body fat, build strength, and reclaim the energy without sacrificing the time or sanity. Stick with me because today I'll show you the simplest, most effective way to lose 20 pounds of fat even if your schedule feels impossible. Plus, I'll share a completely free quiz at the end to pinpoint exactly what's holding you back. So let me introduce you to Paul. Paul was my old client. He was 39, a senior manager in finance with 2 kids and a calendar packed tighter than a sardine tin. He came to me absolutely exhausted, 20 pounds heavier than he wanted to be and frustrated. Like many busy men, Paul thought that the only way to lose body fat was to either spend hours in the gym or suffer through another crash diet. But that wasn't realistic for him. Fast forward just 3 months and Paul has dropped 20 pounds of fat, gained muscle, and has more energy than he's had in years. Well, you might be asking, how is that possible? Well, by following these exact steps I'm about to share with you in this video. Step 1, time efficient training. The biggest fitness myth out there is that you need to spend hours in the gym to see results. Reality, well, you can transform your body with just 3 30-minute workouts a week. What's the plan? The plan is to do full body strength training sessions 3 times a week, focusing on compound movements like squats, deadlifts, presses, and rows that hit multiple muscle groups at once. We can also utilize things like supersets to maximize efficiency. For example, pair dumbbell rows with push-ups or squats with planks. The reason this works is because these short, high-impact workouts build muscle and burn calories without eating into your schedule. Plus, because you're supersetting antagonistic muscle groups, aka chest and back, a pull and push exercise, you aren't directly affecting the other muscle. That way we can take short rests, get in the gym, get out, and look good. More importantly, strength training helps you maintain lean muscle, helps you look amazing, not only for yourself, but for the missus as well, and helps you burn more fat at rest. When my client Paul started, he thought he needed to train 6 days a week, spending hours lifting weights and running on the treadmill. But by switching to just 3 focused, time-efficient workouts, he saw faster results while freeing up his evenings to spend with his family, his kids, and his partner. His confidence shot through the roof and his energy levels soared, all with just 90 minutes of gym time per week. Don't get me wrong, if you love spending hours in the gym, by all means, you go for it. Step 2, build your diet around simplicity and flexibility. Here's a fact. No amount of working out will outpace a poor diet. Well, let's be real, fad diets and extreme restrictions don't work for busy men. You need something that fits your lifestyle. The plan I use with all my clients is to track for clarity first. Spend 1 to 2 weeks tracking your calories. This gives you full visibility of your current eating habits. I know what you're thinking. I've tried tracking my calories before and it hasn't worked. Or you're thinking, I don't want to track calories for the rest of my life, it's boring. Well, trust me, this is only 1 to 2 weeks to gather data. Then it can be much more flexible. Once we understand your habits and we understand your maintenance calories, aka the calories your body needs to sustain its weight, we want to create a manageable deficit of 300 to 500 calories per day. Just enough to burn fat without feeling like you're starving all the time. Another tactic I like to implement with my clients is the 80-20 rule. Focus on 80% of your meals on whole, nutrient-dense foods and leave 20% of the foods you just love. Why does this work? Well, tracking helps you spot where you're overeating. The 80-20 rule keeps your nutrition flexible and sustainable so you can enjoy a burger or a slice of cake guilt-free while still making progress. Paul, my client, used to skip meals during the day only to overeat late at night. By tracking his intake for 2 weeks, we pinpointed his problem areas. But we wouldn't have been able to do this if we didn't gather the data. He started planning his meals, balancing his plate with protein, carbs, and veggies, and still enjoyed his favorite Friday night pizza and a few bottles with his mate at the pub. With this balance, Paul consistently stayed on track and dropped the weight without feeling restricted. Step 3 is to increase your daily movement. You don't need endless cardio sessions to lose fat. Instead, focus on moving more throughout your day. Aim for 8 to 12k steps per day using practical hacks like walking during phone calls, parking further away, or just taking the stairs. Commit to just 1 10-minute walk after meals. It aids digestion and helps burn a few extra calories, just helps you feel less full after eating a big meal. Daily movement, I would argue, is the unsung hero of fat loss. It's easy to fit into your routine, it's the lowest barrier to entry, assuming you have legs, and doesn't feel like exercise, and burns calories without adding extra stress to your body, meaning you can recover. Paul, my client, started walking during his lunch breaks and even taking the stairs at work. He even made a habit of taking his kids on evening walks, turning quality family time into an opportunity to hit his step goal. This simple shift boosted his calorie expenditure and kept him active without needing extra time at the gym and going on the bike or doing runs or anything else. Step 4, prioritizing sleep and recovery. Here's the deal, if you're not sleeping well, your body isn't recovering and your fat loss will stall. Sleep is is the secret weapon most busy men ignore. I know what you're thinking. I've got newborn kids and they don't sleep very well. Or yes, I've heard it before. I need to sleep 8 hours. Trust me, I follow my circadian optimization method, which I use with all my clients, which has a proper pre-sleep routine to follow. So this is the pre-sleep routine. 3 hours before bed, finish your last meal to help your body digest its food. 2 hours before bed, stop drinking liquids. The last thing you want to do is start waking up in the middle of the night, going to the toilet, which affects your sleep. 90 minutes before bed, turn off all screens. No more emails, no more looking at your phone. 1 hour before bed, do something relaxing, like reading a fictional book or do a few light stretches just to help the body wind down. Another tip as well is to keep the room as cool as possible and as dark as possible. And of course, you've heard it before, we want to aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. We all know sleep is where the magic happens. It's when your body repairs muscle, regulates hunger hormones, and resets for the next day. Better sleep means better decisions, more energy to stay consistent. Paul, my client, used to stay up late working, checking emails, often getting just 5, if he was lucky, 6 hours of sleep per night. And once we optimized his sleep routine, his energy skyrocketed, his cravings decreased, and his workouts improved significantly, meaning he could burn more fat and build muscle as well. I mean, who doesn't want that? Step 5, simplify your meal prep. Isn't just for bodybuilders. It's a game changer for busy men. It's the easiest way to stay on track with your nutrition, even on hectic busy days at work or with family or with friends. The plan I like to follow is prep 2 to 3 staple meals each week, like grilled chicken with rice or veggies, chili with minced beef. These are just examples, and yes, these are basics. I highly recommend adding seasonings, sauces to spice it up a little bit so it's actually enjoyable, but use simple, versatile ingredients that can be mixed and matched. Invest in some decent containers and set aside 1 to 2 hours on a Sunday to just get it done. Meal prep eliminates decision fatigue and ensures you always have something healthy to eat. Plus, it saves you time and money. Personally, I have protein oats every single morning. It takes 2 minutes to prep on a morning. I take it to work, I know the protein, fats and carbs, I know the calories, and I know what I'm getting. I don't need to think about it. Paul, my client, started prepping lunches and dinners on Sundays, making enough for 3 to 4 days at a time. This cut out his tendency to grab takeaways and kept him on track, even during busy weeks. Of course, if you're someone who always has evening meals with the family, no problem at all. Maybe just plan your breakfast and your lunch, and then you know that you've always got that dinner with the family. Step 6, manage your stress. Stress, as we know, can derail your fat loss efforts faster than anything else. It leads to overeating, poor sleep, and skipped workouts. That's why managing stress is an absolute non-negotiable. I'd highly recommend building in certain activities into your week, whether it's hobbies where you can play a sport, get some extra cardio in, or even just going for more walks. Whatever it is, just try and get something into your week which relieves stress and something which you actually enjoy. And try to set boundaries around work. Don't check emails after a certain time, as I mentioned before, especially when trying to wind down and get to sleep. As we know, when you're stressed, your body produces cortisol, which can make it much harder to lose fat because you're more likely to overconsume in food because you're looking for more energy. Managing stress helps you stay consistent and make better choices. Paul, my client, found a hobby which he actually enjoyed, and he actually followed a routine like doing a bit of meditation in the evening, 10 minutes at a time, which really helped him just wind down and helped him with a bit more clarity. He also set a few more boundaries around his work hours, which improved both his mood and his overall progress. Of course, it's completely up to you, but try and find something which you enjoy. So this is the simplest way to drop 20 pounds of fat if you're over 30 years of age and short on time. Step 1 was time efficient strength training, 3 30-minute sessions per week, focus on full body movements. Step 2 was smart nutrition, track for clarity first, create a small calorie deficit, and follow the 80-20 rule. Step 3, daily movement. Hit 8 to 12 pace steps per day with simple practical tweaks. Next up was prioritize sleep and recovery. Using the protocol I outlined earlier in the video, optimize your pre-sleep routine and aim for 7 to 8 hours of rest. Next was simplify meal prep. Prep staple meals to make the healthy eating effortless. And the last one was managing stress. Paul, my client, followed these 6 steps and the results speak for themselves. He's 20 pounds lighter, more energized and thriving. He's in the best shape of his life and he hasn't sacrificed his career or his busy schedule or his family time to do it. If you're ready to take the next step, click the link below and take my completely free body health and performance quiz. It'll show you exactly what's holding you back and give you a clear plan to hit your fitness goals. And before you go, this video somewhere over here, right here, will absolutely help you move in the right direction. It's packed with more tips to help busy men over 30 just like you get lean and strong without sacrificing your time or energy. Or don't, I'm not your missus.